In what world would the Sunday Cup and the World Compact Series in Gran Turismo 4 be classified as endgame events? This is a world only possible thanks to two evil things. 1. Your brains, and 2. The completely broken event restrictions in this game. Something important I need to get out of the way before the run starts. Every single car I go up against, with exception to a couple of small pickup trucks and certain cars locked to 2-player races, are eligible to enter their respective events according to the very lax sporting codes present in GT4. This was something the player could exploit for years, which resulted in multiple events getting completely destroyed. Now, finally, the AI can get their sweet revenge, using cars which take the rules to the absolute extreme. Thanks to super open regulations for most of the beginner league, the structure of the early game had to be completely reworked. Is it okay to dispose of this car? This is where we entertain the idea of starting out in the regional events, which, while they received some nasty opponents, were generally more strict owing to specific car or country requirements. And thanks to some of our licensed prize cars, we could splash some more cash on a stronger starter car, and right away, 2 options stuck out. Camaro actually, hang on. Already, I could see a path using the much cheaper Camaro to claim the muscle car competition and get some money in the bank. Chat, however, would back the much riskier 20,000 credit TVR Griffith. TVR Griffith 20k? We can actually buy it. Okay. Which, if bought, would see us get thrown into the ring with an 800 horsepower Lotus Esprit. I was far from convinced, but would have to go down to the polls. And you wouldn't believe who won. Alright, 2 minutes ago, end poll. Griffith wins 64 to 36. Alright. In this community, the very sight of a TVR Griffith signifies panic across the board, thanks to the efforts of tournament participant Grifter, who demonstrated the huge potential of this little sports car across 2 different series. Despite all that I just said, taking on the monstrous 800 horsepower Esprit with a basically stock Griffith, are you mad? We have to start with the Griffith, wow. Okay, so, 20k, 2,000 left. Put a wing on it, alright, I think that's the best option as well. I think this one, honestly, looks alright. Have we locked ourselves out of the game already? Let's have a look. One thing about the British GT series though, is that the prize money is really good, even for second place. And looks like that 800 horsepower Esprit is already going away. It's already a couple corners ahead. There's actually one of the tuned Esprits over here that's not doing as well as I expected actually. It's hanging back here still. Gonna be able to dive bomb on the 2 Esprits here. I'm actually second though. If we could, honestly, if we could grind this out, we might be able to snag ourselves some good prize money to throw into this thing. Because of course it wasn't my choice to start with this car, it was your guys, and we put ourselves in this hole together, guys. We have to stick with the Griffith now. The Griffith was more than capable of beating the standard opponents and even this 500 horsepower tuned Esprit, giving us some nice earnings to fall back on. Unfortunately though, we would be faced with the cursed ground of Fuji Speedway just 2 races in. Do I have your permission to corner cut the heck out of this track? I'm starting with British GT to get a faster car. I'm starting with British GT because you guys forced me to buy a Griffith. No suffer. Oh no. Griffith is a horrible start. Oh, we've lost so many places. All the mid-engine cars are completely ahead. Ridiculous. Alright, we're back in this phase of the game already. Oh, he's juking us. Oh. Oh no! No, don't make it pit in! No, 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 no! I think that's a good shout, because we're not going to be able to win this, I don't think. I know what the other... Oh, we got past, okay. The best track in the game, for sure. It's beautiful, it's really... I love the turns in this, it's super flowy. It's like a roller coaster, basically. Alright. Don't Okay, we're going on the sand this time, Esprit. Don't do this, Esprit. No, 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 not again, not again. We somehow... No, we don't save it. It's over. While the championship was not winnable at this point, I would be left with 20,000 credits once again to spend on some upgrades. There we go. 400, I didn't even notice that. 498 credits. What follows is why the Griffith is such a bargain in GT4. Alright, already up onto the Aston. Alright, Yuke's car is finally in the right color, by the way. It's a proper light blue Esprit as we saw in 500. Griffith economy. This is the full budget that TVR had in the 1990s, probably. How much steel can we get for a fiver? That's why all their frames rusted. Yeah, don't need weatherproofing. Well, I'm glad you guys suggested the Griffith, actually. I'm very, very happy with how this thing's turned out already. Over the look of the Esprit. Imagine not thinking it's the 80s. That's exactly what comes to mind when I think of a British car, basically. Bulldog. Apart from the Esprit's like a shark. Oh, he's overtaking us. Gonna go too wide. Squeeze out of room. Gonna go late on the brakes for a lunge on the Esprit 350. Esprit's gonna cut back on the inside. Gonna get the power down too late. The turbo lag on that thing is not good, I bet. Horrible for this. Already right on us. Getting our tail light. That Esprit's hounding us right now, man. Oh, it's on the outside. Take some defensive lines. The Esprit backs off for a bit. It's gonna go for a dive on the inside, maybe. So we're gonna have to cover. Late on the brakes. The Esprit might be able to cut back if we don't get the power down quickly enough. Oh no, it's going on the inside. Oh my gosh. This is very close now. Alright, park it on the apex. I'd say just throw it in third gear. Oh my god. This thing is so scary. Oh! Okay, okay. I don't want to jinx it, but I think we're on track for the first championship win. Our first career victory in this playthrough. Alright, get this. If we could beat the Esprit here, that would be great, but we don't need to. As long as we get second, we are swimming. I bet there was a lot of people willing to show up to this race, but since they were all driving TVRs and Lotuses, they wouldn't have been able to make it anyway, sadly. Yes, okay. We got it. That's so much money already. And just like that, we have a run going. The TVR would only get faster as we cruise through the convertible event. Yeah, fully upgrade. How's the SSR leading? I just realized. How? Oh, GSX is looking though, fully downforced GSX is looking at the SSR. This is actually a really cool battle to watch. GSX pulling out now. SL tried to look as well. Now Griffith's gonna net around all of them. Oh, unless it understeers, GSX is gonna get back, I bet. There it goes. We have to look both ways. GSX is gonna run us off road. It's too light to make much difference though. Alright, getting the power down. Strawberry wheels coming into play here. Out-dragging the Chevrolet. This is really easy, actually. As fast as it went, any other event that Griffith could enter at this point would be too far out of its capabilities. So, we went for some more seemingly low-hanging fruit. We're not... No. I know you want the A-Class. I don't. Knowing how horrible the AI can be with front-wheel drive cars in this game, I went into the series with a lightly upgraded FTO, thinking it would be a joke. Unfortunately, this Alfa Romeo had other plans. Here we go. 200 points, by the way, an actual 200 point race. Wow. Alright, whoever's in first, that's the Alpha, I think. It got so bad that I ended up having to spend 2/3 of the British GT winnings on making the Mitsubishi competitive. McDonald's neon. Look at how quick that thing is. Okay, and you just park it in front of me, man. What kind of McDonald's manager driving behavior is this? Oi! You took that personally, I see. Yeah, no chance of that one. Suzuka, Hong Kong, Grand Valley, Mategi. Alright, this should be honestly a lot more doable. You can see the alpha still. That alpha is another level though. What? How is this happening? Oh, actually. Overcooked it a little bit there, sir. Alright, where are we going, Alpha? We're already overtaking it. Alright. Okay, we're closing in now. Alpha's overshot it a lot. Ooh. And now look at us, we're right on it now. Cut back maybe. Yes! Okay, dive. Hold. Oh, it's on the inside. It's still on the inside. It's gonna pry the gap open. We're gonna get the inside line for the next corner though. Gonna try and park it on the apex. Alpha's got so much grip around the outside though. But it holds off for now. Gonna have to weave and duck and everything in between to get that Alpha to stay behind us. 0.193 seconds. Get it switched through here. That's pretty alright. Alpha's also right behind us still. Alright, we should have this one. Midfield is done. All we need is nitrous. Yeah, this is still the championship. Oh, come on, man. This is still the championship which I touted up as being one of the easiest, but we've had to do a lot to this car. But in the pursuit of progress, we pushed through and ticked another beginner event off the list. The state of the bank account after this ordeal had left me questioning if the game had been softlocked already. Until I got a suggestion. Capri Rally Easy? Do you really think a TVR Griffith can outmatch a fully tuned RSC? To buy another set of strawberry wheels. Alright, we can't use it here though, because we're just gonna wheel spin like mad. Okay, get the power so we can angle the car a little bit. Okay, the nitrous actually helps. Okay, fair play guys, fair play. Can't carry too much speed through here though, because we have to chain the corners. Oi, too early on the apex there. Whoa, what was that? Oh no. What? He just gifted us a win. Okay, lock in. Oh, he's just behind us. What was that RSC? It's not over yet though. Oh, oversteer. Sudden oversteer. Oh, I can hear it right behind. Oh. We win the CRC! Oh man. During the first day, while there was progress being made, it always came with a financial hit, meaning that buying another car was out of the question for now. Taking a second look at the garage and the race prep Griffith, which I thought I wasted so much money on, it hit me. We would be going off to Blackpool, or Suzuka I guess. Now this series was surprising as it lets you use racing tyres, which will definitely be needed when this is the car you're up against. A 1000 horsepower Cerberus Speed12 with racing mediums and full downforce. The Griffith makes half the horsepower and is racing hards, so it should be left in the Speed12's tyre smoke, right? The Griffith would go on to run circles around the big shark, leaving the Cerber dumbfounded, and us with the grand prize. With this huge confidence boost and a hypercar stashed in the garage, I decided to play the roulette and try my hand at the special condition races, as they allow for all tyre types. Although, as previously seen, they can be brutal. Now, just a quick explainer for how these rally events work. Because there are so many races, the opponents are not assigned to specific events. Instead, they are pulled into a wheel, and I'll have to spin it every race to set the opponent. This wheel contains opponents ranging from tank cars to full-on Group C race cars, so I was in for anything. Both the forward and reverse layouts will have to be rolled for opponents as well, so I'll need to get lucky twice to receive the prize car. After weighing up the options, I went for the hard difficulty Umbria Rally and rolled the spinner of death. It was no longer in my hands. All I could do was watch as the spinner ticked through the names, winded down, and landed on this. Okay, sure, it is extremely big and slow, but need I remind you what track we're racing on? Either way, I walked out with 10,000 credits more and immediately spent it on a pickup. Clearly, I learned nothing from the FF challenge. All the opponents in the series were fine, all but one. This is a Toyota Tacoma, made by LS, also known as the person who made this challenge hell. This highly optimized Tacoma being the first opponent made by them, which posed a serious challenge, and trust me, this is the tamest one. Fuji was a battle to the end thanks to the Joker lap, but on the other tracks, it wouldn't be so easy. Immediately, I headed to the dump to dispose 300 kilos of, With that done, the Diet F-150 took to the tracks and ate everything up. Today would mark the fate of Umbria Rally Hard. Previously, I faced off against a tank car, which ended up being fairly easy. Now though, anything could appear, so let's find out. As far as rolls go, it doesn't get much better than this. Not wanting the good luck streak to end, I immediately got to progressing further into the career mode. The small savings I had left could only go towards a car equally as small, the Honda Beat. After sticking what I could into the little machine, we took it to the Lightweight K-Car Cup, another event which suffers very arbitrary guidelines, allowing for the completely stupid lineup that you see before you. Very unsurprisingly, the ultra lightweight frame, also known as the Caterham 7 obviously, would be the one to look out for, although the ever formidable Suzuki Cappuccino would keep me on my toes too. The first race at Motorland truly showed just how outmatched the Beat was. However, I stuck it out all the way to lap 4, and boy am I glad that I did. That was only the first race though. How would the extremely underpowered Honda fare at the much more straight-heavy Tsukuba? On paper, it looked like a done deal, but one car would come to the rescue. So, will this lucky streak finally come to an end? It was time to find out, with the newly acquired Speed 12. I set my sights on the Supercar Festival, one of the series where the AI actually break the rules in the normal game, with the Cien and Nardo concepts. This time, it wouldn't be any crazy 2000s concept car to threaten the Speed 12, instead, it would be the working class hero, made by, you guessed it. Viper being the strongest car took me by complete surprise, especially considering the supercar royalty we were up against. It looks like the Viper's 5 seconds ahead already, wow. Oh. Oh. Little squeeze, it's alright though. Up into third now. Yeah, we're getting beaten by the Viper. 6 seconds now. That is a very tough opponent. Very surprising, actually. The least supercar-y, well, almost the least supercar-y out of these supercars. And also keep in mind, that Viper was made with sports mediums tires. I'm on sports softs, and, well, I'm still losing time. That Viper is just crazy. Absolutely crazy. And we're not going to make it in time again. Yeah, what's just occurred to me is that this car's almost undrivable. And now we're getting pressured by the Zonda. Well, we were getting pressured by the Zonda. Alright, I'm expecting the Zonda to completely overshoot here. In the first race at Seoul Central, we got absolutely flogged. 0 points to my ass, by the way. 23 seconds. After some adjustments, I opted for a change in scenery, where, eventually, oh no, the run started to gain traction. Honestly, I think that might even be a better start. We're actually reeling the Viper in this time around. Didn't have the advantage of starting 15 blocks ahead of us at least, because it's not a rolling start. Alright, here we go. Vipers might have missed a gear or something, because they're drawing alongside it. Viper's going to be early on the power though. Going to be taking the slipstream down the straight. We're actually out accelerating the Viper now. It's a dead even drag race. Look at us go. Can't get much closer than that. We're going to have to duck into slipstream now. Viper's going to be early on the brakes. Look. Gonna shoot past. So let's see, one of them's already hit, the Viper's already in the wall completely. Everyone's followed suit. Oh, Superbike completely destroyed that. Doesn't look like it's gonna make the corner. We have to make sure we do though. And we don't get dive bombed by whoever's behind. Overshoot. Look how close we are now. We're almost within dive bombing distance. And straight on the brakes yet again. This thing is tin brakes. Good team. We're so within reach. Come on. I'm slipstreaming now. I don't know if I want to do this though. Be sensible on the brakes. Viper is not sensible. It completely bashes the ball there. And now we have to keep the Viper at bay. It's actually like watching a pair of tanks trying to raid the city or something. Oh no, look how much more speed it's got. It's gonna. If it lines up for a dive on me, I'm gonna be furious. I'm gonna give it some room. There it goes. Bam! That was a nasty hit as well. Midfield and Infineon posed no issues, but there was still that one race at Seoul. Coming back here with all the knowledge gained, I felt ready to take the SRT-10 down. It wouldn't be easy though. Even with traction control, I still had to manually regulate the throttle, which took my mind off the road, resulting in missed braking points and even collisions. Luckily, I had learned through the course of these attempts some sneaky strategies, which would set me up for the final duel. Just gonna point that out, that was the first professional league event done. That's just how much you all ruin the career mode. Anyway, this next event would make it 2 at least. Scouring the used car dealer reignited some horrible memories, but also led to this, a dealership example Impreza that would serve as the basis for my Boxer Spirit entry. After getting on the verge of bankruptcy for maybe the 3rd time this run, the Impreza was as ready as it will ever be. The biggest threats running alongside us in the series would be an 800 horsepower Roof CTR2 and a JGTC spec Subaru. Surpassing both of them though would be the first proper race car opponent. Meet the Impreza Super Tourer with 600 horsepower, endless grip, and of course all drive. Hong Kong would be the strongest track for my opponents, and after the first lap, it quickly became a 3-horse race between the CTR, Super Tourer, and myself. Neither Impreza could do anything about the absurd top speed of the Roof, but luckily that issue sorted itself. Thus began the battle of the Imprezas. Today, we'd focus on the remaining drivetrain specific events, beginning with the easiest of the bunch, the FR Challenge. A drivetrain with surprisingly little high-end race cars the more you think about it. The fastest of which, according to chat, being the Motul Pitwork Z. It must be said though, even in the Cerebra, it would keep me on my toes. It's still 4 seconds exactly, we're dead even. Oh, and this car it takes so much getting used to. This is free. This is not free, man. With this endgame car, it's nowhere near enough. Also, we're reeling that thing in, even with it being max tuned. Oh. Actually, we're getting super close now. I think it's going to be falling within the next few corners. Maybe even down the jumps, that'll be great. That'll be a spectacle. Oh my god. So much airtime. Alright. We have to do a dive bomb, I think. Ooh. That worked. What are you doing, man? Yep, okay. We might be able to get him legit this time, I think. Man, am I glad that we had the Griffith as a starter car, by the way. I doubted you guys, but this has unlocked the Cerebra Speed 12 as our second car, basically. Oh, here we go. Less than a second now. Get it slowed down. Oh, hello. Oh, that 0.1 seconds where we can use full throttle, that's where it all makes the time up. It's not going to be enough unless we completely kill the Z. Alright, what if we did this? Oh! No. It was worth a try. But no pitting in allowed during last lap. For the first race to the outer one, and that was full brakes and I still didn't make the turn, man. Alright, we're a lot closer this time though. Let's get on the power and dive bomb, come on. Park it right on the apex.
And we should be safe this time round somehow, unless he goes for an overtake. It's just... Oh! Is that a sign for things to come, Mr. Z over there?
The next drivetrain event though, one which I was super confident in beating, would quickly turn into the biggest challenge so far. And it would all be because of the Suzuki Escudo. A car which I had assumed had fallen a long way since its days at the top of the food chain in GT2. That false sentiment would last about one lap before Chat and I would eat our own words.
This thing has such a good launch. Wait, the Tomikari's in front of the Escudo, what? How? Here we go, this is the craziest four-wheel drive challenge I've ever been in. Oh! Escudo serves chaos, well, prepare to eat your own words. No grip, no top speed. Oh my god, man! What?
And after the ZZ2's bombing run, it was clear what kind of championship we were in for.
Power out of the corner with first gear, come on, Scudo's got no low-end power there. That is forward, yeah, it is forward drive, isn't a JGTC, is it? Oh.
Turns out that the Escudo, when pushed to its full potential, can still dish it out. With Grand Valley a lost cause for now, we opted for a less intense track.
Now the Escudo's just completely shot ahead. Oh, here we go, this is it, this is it, this is it. We're going for the Escudo. Can we beat the Escudo in inferior machinery? If we do that, yeah, sure.
This narrow victory at the least acceleration dependent track wasn't the greatest confidence boost, but surely El Capitan would erase any doubts I had.
Apparently it is. Oh, oh, into the barrier. 1,000 horsepower there for you. That's the second game, purely on the straight, are you serious? Oh, okay.
After that disaster, a trip to the parts store was in order, and the Delta would come back at full force.
Oh, the acceleration! Oh my god! We're now in a scooter. We are the Escudo now.
Already, El Capitan and Suzuka would fall, but on the sportsmanship paradise of Grand Valley, the Escudo would let all its inner fury out.
You're gonna... This is so absurd seeing this. It's gonna dive bomb us, I think. Oh no! I should've just shut up, honestly, man. This is so absurd, dude. At least we won't get dive bombs. Or we might be the one dive bombing here. By first turn, you can lean on them a little bit. That was... crashes your party. Oh, ZZ2 actually. Come on. Come on, ZZ2. Nope, never mind. This is so ridiculous. Oh my... What is wrong with you, dude? So, get out of the way of the Escudo. That is so much better on the... What? You still get me? What? Alright, this is war. Oh, yes. No turbo lag whatsoever. It's not good on the brakes or the turns. But we can dive again. Will the Escudo head wide? No. Get on the nitro. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Knocking the Escudo wide. This is... What? How did that work out? How did that work out? How? What? This is a beginner event. I want to stress this. This is a beginner event. What are we doing?
It was during the brainstorming process for being the final drivetrain challenge that Chad and I stumbled across this championship. One that has potentially the dumbest restrictions of all time. Introducing the World Compact Cup, an event originally intended for small city cars and hatchbacks, with the only rule enforcing this being a length requirement. It's so arbitrary that even the TVR Griffith we started the game in would be eligible. However, considering the opponent set, I don't think that would have been enough. Because I would like to present to you the new lineup of the World Compact Series, consisting of cars which completely disregard the spirit of the competition. To even have a chance here, we would also unfortunately have to piss off the Ford Ka and Honda Jazz, breaking the intentions of the championship with the Delta. After the qualifying run,
Oh god. I couldn't have done that any worse if I tried.
we would find out the pecking order, with one clear opponent to look out for.
Someone broke completely free from the vertigo. I'm dead scared. It's the 2J, of course. The vertigo's in 4th, bro. Alright, so another one of LS's creations, the Chapel 2J, is starting behind us. And from what we saw in the qualifying run, it is the biggest threat here. Oh my god. Oh, don't do this now, come on. Oh. What? No. What is this championship, man? What? No, I'm losing my crap, man.
The games would be over heading into round 2. The 2J tailed me the entire way, watching my every move. It would result in a battle of acceleration versus cornering, with it all coming to a head at the end of lap 3.
It's a pretty good track to rallycross, I think. Grass everywhere and sand. Oh man, we lose so much time here. Uh oh, that's the Chapel in front, no! We just cannot, we do not have the downforce.
Up until now, I hadn't actually seen the full capabilities of the Chaparral, but with it fully released into the open air, the Delta had no answer.
Oh, it's falling apart for us.
What was becoming more noticeable was the ever-decreasing gap between us leaders and the actual compact cars.
Actually, we're coming up to the lap cars. The Ford Ka and the Honda could be playing a part in this. Will the Ford Ka help us? Come on. Oh, that's held up completely, actually. What is the Chapel doing? What are you doing, Chapel? Uh-oh, we might have thrown that one. The Ford Ka held up that Chapel for such a long time. Oh, actually, Honda Jazz, come on. Come on, pink Honda Jazz, come on. Oh, oh no, he held on, How did that Chaparral hold on there? That is pretty good.
After back-to-back victories at Grand Valley and Hong Kong of all places, the championship was settled. But I would have to return to the unwinnable races at some point. Now the final drivetrain challenge would be the worst of both worlds. While the AI were bathing in the fastest LM cars in the game, we had one single option. Now as awesome of a car as this is, the Cizeta V16T doesn't have the greatest reputation in GT4. Whether it be the useless brake pedal, the boaty handling, or the notorious AI, I would experience every single thing I just listed during the course of the MR challenge. There was no question this time. I had to sink everything I could into this car for any shot of beating these opponents.
60 points, get out of here. Dude, 60 points. This is the stupidest grid I've ever seen, by the way. Alright, oh.
Immediately after turn 1, we became well acquainted with the braking and understeer problems, with worse to come.
Beginner course would be a good idea. Oh, I think someone crashed, who's that, I swear, if it's the Cien, it's the Zonda!
After spectacularly failing beginner course, the Cizeta found its way to Autumn Ring for redemption. Unfortunately, however, during the starting sequence with the AI at the wheel and me watching in horror, this happened.
And what are you doing? If starting with the Cizeta wasn't enough, we're already 50 meters behind everyone else. Bro, it does it every time as well. It doesn't even matter. That's a lot better through there already. I didn't even mean to do that, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, midget lovers. Absolute disrespect.
No matter what track we did,
The midget, what are you doing?
what the other AI did, the Cizeta just couldn't handle it.
The midget held up. We're just babying this car around. It's just like, you cannot slip up in this. Come on. This has to be like 1,000 horsepower with this nitro, right? And we're still not close to the R92. We have to go so much earlier. Oh, this R92, man, is just another level. It's just blown every single car we've faced up until this point out of the water. Double headlights, double engine, half the grip, yep. We thought it would all be easy until now, but this is where progression really starts to hit a brick wall. I wouldn't completely give up on the Zeta yet, but it was crystal clear that we needed a faster car. Immediately, suggestions in chat popped up. Cien in the rally events? True, actually. Hang on. The problem? It would be locked behind whatever opponent the Wheel of Death chooses for the Special Conditions Hall. The previous times, I had landed on 2 of the easiest opponents possible. So with this in mind, I tried my luck at the roulette. Well yeah, basically, if we want to get the Cien, which we really need at this point, we're gonna have to take our chances on the wheel and see what the game gives us. So, for the forward layout of Cita de Aria Easy, we will be racing against come on. Oh no. No! Okay guys, it's over. No, it's so over, okay? I just rolled. Are you ready for this? I just rolled the Sauber Mercedes C9. Looking through the options, it became clear that the Delta was the way to go. Unfortunately, most of the money I had saved would be poured into fitting these super soft tires on a car which I had severe doubts could even hold a candle to the Sauber. Tentatively, we lined up to commence the battle between Group B and Group C. So, this could be a soft lock. If this doesn't work, we will have to find another way to get an MR car. Alright, here goes nothing. We're catching up, but we're gonna be so much earlier on the brakes. Oh, come on, that was not a penalty, right? Oh, it's so gone. Look at how far ahead. On the absolute limit. This is Group B. Okay. Can I drive? Oh, actually. Oh, that was cheats, but we're in front, come on. What is, the Sauber's serving a penalty as well, the Sauber's got a penalty. How is this happening? Oh my god, man. A little fast, oh, I'll say. Group B versus Group C, by the way. Uh-oh. Oh no! Wait! The Sauber's had its RSC moment. Okay, well, I don't think AIs can get penalties. That's the biggest BS about this. The Group B car is thrashing the 1,000 horsepower Group C. Uh-oh. God, this thing. Uh-oh. Hold the line, no. Again, we're doing it again, Sauber. Are we really doing this again? No. Oh, that was about to be it. Damn. A DTM car. True. Actually, you know what? I was thinking about this earlier. The Zeta, right? Zeta can enter the Italian festival, and we can totally do the Italian festival with the Zeta. The new plan was set. Luckily, the Italian festival is limited to road cars, so the toughest opponents would be this Pagani from the MR series and a fellow struggling Zeta. Unfortunately, we'd have to return to ordering reverse. Yeah, about this unmodified. What are you doing? That's so far. Why is okay? Every single time we drive the Zeta, it puts us on ordering reverse. Stop. But aside from AI related issues, things were fine. Monaco would be next, and contrary to what you'd expect, there were actual on-track battles. You know what? Should I? Oh, what did you just do, Zonda? Okay, it's a drag race down to the hairpin here. We're too wide in the hairpin. This is not what you see in F1 anymore. Only in La Festa Italiano do you see this. Uh-oh. Zeta, watch out! Oh, it's a car park. Zonder's right on our ass, and he's whacked us into the wall. What are you, Zonder? Zonder, really? What are you guys doing? What is that? Zonder's engine blew up. Completely smoke coming out of the exhaust there. Apparently it does. Wow. Also, we got first. Nice. Whoa, that is huge extension there. What is that? Wish Diablo goes off track. That was painful, but we made it. That is an Alfa Romeo 155 delivered to our garage in 10,000 steps, because this took so long. And we're still not there yet. This is for an MR car, I need to stress this. But, there we go.
Finally, we were able to set off and grab the CLK. At this point, it was just a relief to drive a car with grip and downforce for the first time. The Alpha would eat up the competition with ease, thanks to the very restricted car list in the DTM series playing to our favour. After no time at all, the CLK was ours. But before I got too adjusted to it, I wanted to settle some unfinished business. The whole MR Challenge saga had worn off on me, but without the tumultuous Zeta experience, I would never have gotten the Endgame pass, also known as the CLK. Immediately, I began cleanup duty, completing the remaining MR Challenge races, as well as both Aspiration Cups against some tricky opponents. This would bring the remaining event tally down to just 4, consisting of events that featured the most terrifying competition yet. The first event of which was the Sunday Cup, an event with no license requirements and no power limits, meaning provided it can be equipped with sports tires, anything could enter. Luckily though, this championship being the intended start of the game, also has tracks which suit cars that you get at the start of the game, so a Group C race car won't be able to unleash its full power. That would remain true until I was 3 races in, where the series for some reason turns itself into a top speed showdown. I forgot about this one. I forgot high speed ring was the thing. Yeah, and as expected, the R92 is completely gone, and my controller's disconnected. It's a lot closer now. Hopefully our controller won't disconnect. Have we already hit a brick wall in the Sunday Cup? Fortunately, one shortcoming that all the remaining tracks had in common was their ability to get thoroughly exploited. For this one I'm just gonna wall ride as much as I can. Yeah, the thing about this car is that you can't even get downforce on it either. It's just pure top speed, and like it doesn't care about anything else. So that's what we're just gonna cater to for this race, I think. We're just gonna full throttle everything. That includes this corner. I think we can make up so much time on this corner. Alright, that looks alright.
No wheel spin, exiting it as well. What happens if we go here? Oh. Okay, well that's not even that bad. That's right, because oh my god, look how slow he's going there. Horrible line. Now we're in the slipstream. Can we overtake on the straight? We're full nitrous, by the way. We got full nitrous and he's out dragging us. That's mental. Oh, full downforce versus no downforce. Right there. Yup. How did that? How did I even hold that? Going toe to toe now. We cannot take this corner at the speed that R92 does. But what we can do is hang it around the outside. Well, I say hang it around the outside. We're just bashing it around the outside. But if he doesn't overtake us now, that is high speed ring.
Just like that, 3 events remains, and the next one would see many of the opponents get to face their own mortality. Welcome to the most dangerous championship of all time, the World Classic Series. This one, again, suffers heavily from its open-ended rules, scratch that, rule, merely requiring cars from 1970 or before. The rest is open to interpretation, leading to this grid full of 1960s to 1970s race cars. This championship would see the returning compacts Chaparral 2J, but also some new faces. Right away, it was clear that the two 1000 horsepower Can-Am cars were the top contenders, outmatching the Special on every metric possible. While my car couldn't even get close to starting a fight with them, the Toyota 7 driver would instead end up picking a fight with something a bit more dangerous than my Buick. The limit of its 50-year-old tires. Exiting the second corner at full attack, disaster struck.
I want to get at least second. Oh my god! What? Okay, we just have to defend down the back straight here. I do not think the Toyota 7 has the top end. Oh, I say that. Where is he going? Nowhere.
This accident must have given the driver serious injuries, but even if it didn't, what was about to happen at the third race would make sure of it.
There's a reason why they didn't race these cars here, and that's all I'm gonna put out there. Also, the 2D is insane. Look at that. Oh my god! Oh my god! Mass casualties at the Nürburgring. This is insane. What is that? Toyota 7 here against. Oh no, the 2D actually loses itself. Wow. Yeah, Toyota 7 messed up big time there. There's the Ford GT. Into the barrier. Oh, GD40 hits it. Bam!
At this point, the Chaparral 2D driver was unquestionably dead. The GT40 and Toyota 7 were critically injured, and my chance at winning the series had diminished. Heading back to the start of the World Classic Series again, as if none of the previous accidents would have done it, the Toyota 7 driver, in a rush of desperation, would go for his final move.
Oh, Toyota 7! What? Look at that. Oh my god, he's killed himself again. This Toyota 7 has gone through like 10 drivers this entire time.
El Capitan was a much tamer race, with me scoring a win and the new Toyota 7 driver getting to grips with the car. Unfortunately, it was already the Nürburgring round, and predictably, we were in for a wild one.
Oh, it hates this corner. It hates this straight so much. Also, Toyota 7 completely died. GD40's off. Everyone's off. Okay. The 2D actually managed to recover itself here. It didn't completely kill itself. Oh! God's sake, man. That's what you get. Get out of here. Whoa. Both of them went off. Oh no. Oh, for God's sake. Actually, it doesn't matter, because look at that. There's another death on the Nordschleifer. What? It's so loose. It is so loose. Please. Why are you driving like this now? That's the 2D. 16 seconds. Hail Mary.
Despite all the madness, the Chaparral 2J would hold on through it all, coming into Monaco with a 4-point lead. It would have to come down to qualifying. All Monaco did was equalise the points. The real challenge now would be to face the 2J on its home turf.
We get a nice head start though, although it's all for nothing. As the 2J storms up behind us, on the brakes hard, hugging the inside. Hopefully the 2J won't be able to sneak around us. Wow, we are completely destroying the 2J. Why didn't this happen last time?
Our next crusade would be a bit of a test run for what's to come. I had not properly used the CLK until this point, but the Clubman Cup would be a nice way to ease into things. This series is basically the Sunday Cup Deluxe Edition, with the returning R92 Nissan now being joined by this Toyota GT1. Along the way, I began familiarizing myself with the CLK again, while also having some great battles. This training would not go into vain, as coming up would be easily the hardest opponent of the entire challenge. This car, in this championship, is the epitome of not fitting in. This is a car with no upgrade shop, no aftermarket scene, being granted full access into the Tuning Car Grand Prix.
This event has something completely uncommon from the other events, and that is tire type no limits. Basically, this is our first event where we'll be facing cars with racing tires on. But yeah, look to second place. That is none other than the Formula Gran Turismo 2004, a Formula 1 car in the Tuning Car Grand Prix.
It would also be the first time I could experience the CLK on the tires it was supposed to be using from the start. But even with every upgrade slammed into the Mercedes, I had my doubts.
And this is our first race. 1 point! Oh, wait no. Okay, not the worst start we could have had. This is doable now, come on. Come on, CLK. We're gonna get on the straight. Oh, it shuts the door. You haven't got the outright grip though. Oh my god.
Apricot Hill solidified my fears, so it was a relief seeing Fuji 90s as the second race. What would come next, however, is the ultimate World Championship litmus test. Tokyo R246 is the first round in the final championship, and whether I liked it or not, this race would determine the CLK's worthiness as a GT World Championship contender.
Come on, stop stalling. Okay, 2 laps. Okay, we can do this. Oh, that was a bit of a help there. Get on the power, come on. Switch back. No, it's too early for that. We keep hitting him. We have to get in front before this corner though. That's the big thing we have to do. Can we lean on it through this corner? We are actually leaning on the Formula Gran Turismo through this speedy corner here. We somehow get close. I'm just gonna hold it back. Come on. This is, if we win at this track, this is the Formula Gran Turismo's best track, I feel. If we somehow manage to take this win away from it at this track here. Stop hitting us, stop hitting us. Okay. We just have to keep it in front. We have to keep it steady. Our tires are already up to temperature. That was not supposed to happen, but we somehow held it. And what we're going to do is we're going to extend this lead. Come on. Last nitrous down the straight. This is the Formula GT's weakness. Need somebody to lead him. We don't have anyone to lean on this time round though. Where is the Formula? I swear I can hear it. It's haunting my dreams. It's haunting my mind. I cannot shake that thing from me. It's in my walls. Oh, yes! I always wanted to do that. Oh, no! Not that, not that, not that. Where's the formula? There it is. Despite all that, we're barely in front. It's going to be going down to the wire. He bashes into us. Where is he? He's going around there. It's going to be a drag race. It's going to be a drag race. Come on, CLK. Come on. Come on. Okay, we might be safe. Come on. Come on. Come on, CLK. You're going to beat a Formula Gran Turismo at Tokyo. Let's go, man. Let's go.
From this point on, the Mercedes never looked back.
Oh, what was that? Oh.
We were now left on the cusp of glory. Just 10 races stand in our path to beat the hardest opponents. These 10 races, though, are going to be the biggest challenge I will ever face in this game. Race 1, and it would already be a callback to the Tuning Car Grand Prix. While last time I could just about survive using soft racing tyres, here that strategy would never work. This track plays directly to the F1 car's strengths of high speed cornering and downforce, so I had to get cunning. In championship races, you are given the option to qualify. However, knowing how dreadful my starts were compared to the F1, I opted to skip out. The reason? The absolute blessing of a car starting on pole. This got me through the traffic first, resulting in a great position to defend throughout the stint. Although, checking the mirror after just 3 corners, the F1 had managed the same feat. This entire section to the final straight was prime Formula GT territory, so defending and holding out till then was paramount. For all the disadvantages this track threw at me, there were 2 very important features which kept my head above the water, just about. As you've seen, I've been wall riding on some of the corners where the F1 just leaves me for dead. On top of this, once the straight is reached, the F1 has no answer. Despite throwing all I could into the lap, it was barely enough to keep my rival behind, until eventually. The midget was lucky, allowing me to focus on a different issue. Doing a 0 stop on Tokyo while having pace was impossible, so I went for some pretty weak tyres, hoping to last 5 laps each. So far, it had worked, building up a nice buffer so I could go for an undercut. Hitting on lap 5, the agonizing wait for the Formula stop began. Lap 10 out of 10, not a single thing more I could do. The Formula 1 had pulled off a 0 stop strategy, gaining the upper hand right away. This was going to be a rough ride. Heading into the speedway round, I knew that playing it safe with the normal strategy wouldn't work. My other rivals all the way down to the R390 have much better handling, being able to carry absurd speeds around the bank corners. The clear favourite to win was obviously the Formula GT, able to take practically the whole course without braking. Meanwhile, in the CLK garage, I was just hoping to get a podium with a completely delusional strategy. I would be doing the entire race on the same set of hard tires. As predicted, things were off to a slow start, but at the front, the impossible was happening.
Minolta's actually winning, by the way.
The laps ticked over, and every time, the Minolta's mug would appear on top.
Some stuff. Oh no, Vertigo, get out of the way. Why is the Vertigo dying again? No matter what happens to this car, the AO always finds a way to kill it. Come on, get in. Oh, just like that, right on cue, that's the Formula in. The Minolta's the one we're supposed to be worried about now. Formula GT's having a horrible time.
Clearly, it would all come down to the pit stops. One car was now standing in the way of the top step. The question now being whether it would also go for 0 stops, and if my increasingly yellower tires would endure.
Tires are looking alright. Really nothing to complain about here. Looks like there's been a huge accident actually. What the hell? Oh, there's a massive crash. Someone's spilling across the infield, diving across the track. Who is that? We need to know. Is that the Minolta? Please don't be the Minolta, because... Okay, it wasn't. That was the R390. What the heck happens here? Minolta completely thumps into the midget. That was very close. Skillets crashed completely, actually. Here comes the Nissan. Dives into the side of the recovering Gillet. Spins across the infield onto the oncoming path of the traffic there. Probably actually crashes into the Nissan. All caused by the Gillet Vertigo. Of course it had to be. What a creature.
The huge crash had resulted in multiple cars pitting in, chief among which was the Minolta.
Oh, I'm the leader. 6 seconds, the Minolta. Minolta is in front actually. Formula GT must have been caught up in that wreck as well. It's nowhere near. 14 seconds is the gap. We have 4 laps. Keep 14 seconds, which totally doable. Thank you very much. Gillet. Oh, don't. Midget is such a roadblock, dude. I love that it's actually in this championship. It actually plays a part, and that is beautiful, I think.
With the race lead firmly in my grasp, all eyes were now on the battle for second place.
Not even... Oh god. I'm liking how things are going. And we're gaining Tau. Almost lapping the Formula GT. That is pure embarrassment here. Still okay, we'll take the win. And the championship lead.
The stupidest strategy actually paid off. This was huge, as my car would leapfrog the Formula GT to take the points lead. After the absolute meme that was Super Speedway, it was quickly back down to earth with the absolute slap in the face that is Hong Kong. Track advantage was the name of the game this time, so we set the qualifying benchmark and went for it.
Easy pole. Minolta 5th? Minolta 5th.
This one had almost nothing that would favour the CLK. Race length meant that I had to use hard tyres on the rear, and even then I knew I was cutting it close. Because this is an 18 lap race.
Can I go with spinning this thing while it's over? Whoa.
It began to look like a mirror image of Tokyo, with the F1 telling me the whole way, knowing I was one slip up away from losing it all. And sure enough...
Oi. Yeah, okay, I told you it would get rough. Formula is not playing around anymore. This is where I'm terrified it will do something. Of course the midget's in turn 1, of course. Okay, we're gonna swoop around there. So does the Formula though. That's not great. And we've hit the inside barrier, and the Formula's gonna pass. Yep.
At this point, if I continued to lap normally, I'd never see the Formula GT again. The alternative was just about the riskiest thing I've done in this game.
Line up this, that was bad. Okay, what the hell did I just do? What? That wasn't what I was setting out to do, but I mean, it works. Actually work. Okay, no, he is so pissed off. He just slammed me into the wall. Okay, I will remember this formula.
The lead was short-lived, and once again, it was back to the chase.
Okay, really, at this point, he's just gonna get further away, so I think I should just do the Hail Mary again. Yeah, it's not a great exit though. No, don't get in the way. Dude, crash into the midget and still gain time. How? Okay, that's how you do it.
Mistake on top of mistake, compounded with the almost random success rate of the wall ride, would bring me to delirium. All of this culminating on lap 9, where, thanks to the Daihatsu, the formula had slowed to a crawl. Blasting down the back straight, I swerved from the midget, dived back to set up the wall ride, but...
Oh, that was such a horrible angle. Why did I do that? I made so much time off, dude.
All hope seemed lost until the pit cycle began, where the F1, myself, and the Vertigo all dived in. Crucially, the Gillet would emerge first, with the F1 suffering from a slow pit stop and me just meters behind.
Okay, wait. Formula is still behind the Gillet. That was a really quick pit stop for me, actually. Fair play to my pit crew. I've been handed a lifeline. We are somehow still in with a chance. Stay behind the Gillet, Vertigo, please.
Somehow, despite every dumb mistake I'd made so far, another opportunity had presented itself.
Yeah, no, he's not gonna be able to rotate. Okay. Okay, sorry Gillet, sorry. No. What the fuck am I doing? I'm just letting desperation sink in. And the Vertigo, no, please dude.
I could not let this get to me, so I hunkered down again and set the lap, which would bring me back into contention.
It's race 3 and we're already in this state. Okay, that was perfect. Let's do a battle. Okay, the Minolta's also there, so could be massively helped here. Things are stacking in my favor once again. I don't want to say anything. I'm just gonna leave it there.
In fact, I was so close to the Formula GT that I contemplated not going for the wall ride, especially with the Toyota just ahead.
What? Are you serious, dude? Okay. Well, there goes the Minolta helping us in any way. What the hell? Just as well I didn't go for the wall ride. This wall ride, even if I get the completely correct setup, it just feels so wrong. Dude, the Minolta could have killed the entire race, I think, if I went for the wall ride on that lap.
Whether I liked it or not, this wall ride was the only thing keeping me in contention.
Don't you dare. Fuck's sake.
This race was not finished yet though, as one more opportunity would arise.
What? 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 Are you serious? Dude, this makes it even worse. We could have had this one. That just makes it even worse. What a hateful race, man. Less than a second I could have won.
The last race was crushing. The avoidable loss at Hong Kong meant that I had one less opportunity to score more points than the F1. Having said that, if there was any track which would suit the CLK, it would be this one. Right away, the shorter track length and less demanding corners would allow me to use decent tyres. while also having multiple straight sections to flex my top speed. Instantly, the predictions were proving right, with the Mercedes off to an unmistakable lead. While everything was going well for us, let's turn our attention to the Daihatsu. Unfortunately for the rest of us, it just so happened to break down at the pit entry road, which is really bad news for whichever car has to stop first. Sure, I had a strong lead, but this huge slowdown would be something the formula would not have to experience, leaving the lead of the race in question. Just how much time I lost, I didn't know, but I had to push, as losing points on this race would spell disaster. This mistake had erased all the time I had gained since pitting. Once again, the race lead was up in the air, and as the F1 car pitted in, I could only watch for any movement signifying its exit from the stall. By all accounts, this shouldn't have worked for me. But there I was, living the unexpected scenario of being back in the lead. Halfway through the campaign now, and onto a race that if won, would be a massive relief. So here, you join us at El Capitan. Yeah, I won't be qualifying, just because it's a standing start, so I will have zero advantage. Formula's just gonna jump me instantly, so I may as well just have some traffic. Lock me in. Doesn't matter more than this. Okay, not the best. Over there is the Gillett Vertigo in front of me. Actually, no, okay, it's perfect. Not anymore. That did not last long. Okay. If I kept in front all the way to the pit stop on the much worse hard tyres, it was possible I could leave the pits with a better set of tyres and win. Of course, that meant I had to drive like hell to keep the F1 behind, but that wasn't the only problem. On this track, pushing hard means losing your tyres very quickly, so I would have to find a balance. As it turns out as well, the F1 is extremely fast on this track, unlike the other AI. The F1 was already breathing down my neck, and on the way to the narrow bridge, we would see the first signs of retaliation. Oh, fuck off. On the back foot again, I could not let this distract me from the goal. Instead, I dedicated every bit of myself to focus on catching back up, proceeding to drive the best 4 laps I've ever managed. Okay. Gets in the sand. Not a great time for the guy today. Someone did get caught. Lap 7 would be the crucial pitting lap, and with just 2 seconds of breathing room and worn tyres, I still needed to lap the course at full pelt to keep in front across the pit cycle.
One mistake. That was about as bad as we got.
Just a bit of airtime will see my car lose all control, and, in conjunction, all the time gained from the hard pushing laps. Now, at a 2-second deficit, I followed the F1 into the pits.
Okay. I need to focus. Come on. Oh, why are you taking so long? Come on. Okay, we're so close. Right there. It comes down to this. If we don't get this, then I don't think we can get the championship, so... Seriously. Just... go as hard as possible. That's a Virgo, I think. If he gets in there. I can afford to save it, I think, probably. Don't risk it, dude. No. Okay, this is actually massive. Is this what optimism feels like? No funny business over here. Now we're safe. Holy crap. I don't think I'll ever be able to match what I've just done. Oh my god, we win El Capitan. Oh man, what a championship so far.
This was huge. Suddenly, the points gap shot to 6, and with some of the tracks coming up, it eased the tension a little. So, will the good luck streak continue? New York is a fairly straight heavy track, so the ingredients for success were there. What mattered was driving well with no mistakes, and for this race, I locked in.
Is it 8? Good start for us.
After both of our pit stops, my lead had reached a laughable 14 seconds.
I've run a textbook example of a race done well. There we go. 10 points up now.
Now, for a track where my car historically struggles at, Opera Paris. The low speed corner exits make my acceleration nearly zero. The sheer race length means I can't use any good tyres, and the bumps, especially at the end of the lap, force me to slow to a snail's pace. Despite starting in front on a very narrow course, keeping the Formula 1 at bay would be no easy feat. Sure enough, Lap after lap, it stuck itself to my rear, with me knowing that one single mistake would open the floodgates. I was so much slower around here that even after getting held up by the midget, the Formula GT would need no more than a couple of turns to get right back behind. Even still, we kept the lead with some sketchy moments along the way. But with this car at Opera Paris, any corner could be the last. This race is totally doable, but the second that Formula GT slips out of your reach, you can't do anything about it. Screw this race. The Formula GT's dominance would result in my 10-point lead narrowing down to 6 once again. This championship so far had seen me and the F1 trade blows the whole way, but arguably this upcoming clash would serve as the furthest any of us had gone so far. Oh, Vertigo going for the Formula, no. Dang. No. Sorry, mate. That was actually good. Okay, we can rest a little bit now. The F1 had lost multiple seconds, being closer to the midget at one point than to the rest of us. With no penalties in this game, I quickly took this perfect opportunity to build some time up, but the F1 was already on a warpath. Make this. So dumb. Looks like the Formula's already got past. Oh yeah, there it is. Every time I checked the diminishing gap, the riskier I drove. Yo, 8 seconds now. 3 in 1 whole second. Okay. Oh, no. No. Too low in the power. And there is my karma. Soaked up. Just like that. Oh no. I'm fully expecting a torpedo at any point. The Formula, rapidly closing in behind, would not hold any punches considering what happened earlier. I just can't believe that's like 8 seconds down the bin. I think it's... Oh, I got pushed. Like that. What? Felt it. Now is our strong suit though. This is where we can go back the most. Oh, you... Okay, you... I knew something bad was gonna happen. Did not expect that. has been dumped. Just got dumped by the Formula 1. Never mind. I'm not getting much time at all. Don't miss the pits. That would have been even worse. Okay, we're on the back foot again. Oh, who's... No, don't. I have to charge now. Sorry, I think oh no. Okay, he is in. We have to get in front. Every single bit of track, every single potential kilometer an hour I can gain, I have to use. I'm not going to 5-4, yeah, whatever. As the pit cycle ran its course, the Formula GT would get released tantalizingly close to my car. I've got no nitro left. Oh, it's gonna get. Oh, he's right in front. Okay. We still have a chance at this. But if that wasn't enough to get me back in the running, what was unfolding at the front surely would. Well, the midget is gonna come in clutch. Maybe. That's a very bad spot for Formula to be held up. Oh, that's horrible. I'm gonna die for first. The midget. Has the midget saved my chances here? What will the Formula take me out? Park it right on the apex, do not let it past. Oh, it's a bad exit for both of us, really. Will he glide around the outside? No, he doesn't. Pulls back. With all scores reset, the Formula and I would now be locked into a duel to the end. Just defend, just defend, just defend. The midget might have saved my chances here. There is one more lap actually. Oh no. What's gonna happen? Do not get my slipstream, you bastard. Oh, he pushed me! He fully pushed me there. Man, he is absolutely ruthless. We gain time here. Tension's building, tension's building. I swear, if it ends in a huge crash. Oh, he's going! He's going for it! My god, where did he come from? I cannot outgrip him there. Oh, he went on sand though, that's horrible for him. Get in the slipstream. Contact has been made. I got a horrible exit. Okay, the last slipstream though. Through here, Formula has a... What is that? No speed at all. Here comes the CLK. Can we go full speed? Oh, he's going back for the dive. Okay, we give him a bit of a nudge. We're in third gear. Why did I... Whatever. We're gonna be full charge through here though. We have to be. Here we go. I cannot take the speed. Look at the speed. Formula 1. Going for the center. It's not worked. No. It has not worked. Now that I had missed 2 race wins while my main rival gained full points for both of them, the chances to keep my lead had become severely limited. And going into this one, my prospects weren't improving. The AI are actually competent on Gran Valley, and without any clear areas that gave my car the edge, victory was a far reach. With the odds stacked against the CLK, I decided to not give it much overthought and just race. What I had feared was becoming more and more true. Even with the midget's late game swing in favour of my car holding up the formula for a very long time, the best I could manage was holding first for just a few hundred meters. Unfortunately for me, that would be the closest I'd get, as through all the mistakes and pitting, the only number changing was the gap between myself and first. So it's going to fall into the very last round. Let's have a look at the points. To make things worse, the F1 had officially swung the championship its way by a grand total of 2, meaning that the whole championship would go down to the final track. And here is where it'll all be settled. My car had the upper hand in the very abundant straight sections, but the Formula 1 could carry so much speed through the corners, it basically cancels out. In other words, it would be a duel to the death.
Yep, there it is, the midget. I guess we begin. Formula's already in my draft. I cannot let that happen. I feel it's gonna bomb me at any point. Oh, yep, there it goes. Let's go around the outside. It's taking the lead. Yep, Formula is still there. Stable. Oh, garbage. Oh my goodness. Ain't no way. That's what I was talking about with the qualifying now. What? Like, that's 1 whole second just in that one bit there. Ow. Man, piss off. There we go. Okay, Midget's gonna play a part here. Midget deserves so much credit for helping me on this. Oh, don't get... Okay. Yeah, this whole sequence of corners though here is just the worst type of corner for my car. And the best type of corner for the Formula 1. And I think he's right behind me already, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's how we did that. How are you getting so much acceleration? Too wide into the first corner, that's bad. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. Look at the map. I'm gonna crash. Hang on. 6 now, okay. I wonder if there's some tie we're going to play. White yellow tires, I have to say. Heading to the last lap. The last time round. Maybe even last time against this Formula GT. Oh, it's pitting! Okay, is it done? Are we the champions of Gran Turismo full upgrades? We are in the lead on the last lap. All the battles through the races has led to this. Yeah, it doesn't look good for the Minolta. Anyway, none of that matters, as we are going to be the first car across the line, grabbing ourselves the trophy to the Gran Turismo World Championship against fully upgraded opponents.
using none other than the best race car of all time. Also, Gillett 12th place. It always happens at Lassaf, doesn't it? Anyway, yeah. After the first attempt of this championship, I had no hopes really, but CLK comes back strong. 2 points. 2 points in the lead. Yeah, amazing journey. Thank you to everyone who made all these cars for every single event, even if some of them didn't get used because they were regional events, etc. But yeah, a CLK beat a Formula 1 car. That's probably the coolest thing I've ever done in this game. Definitely the hardest thing I've ever done in this game. Also really fun, really rewarding. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this one. Definitely will never forget this one. It's been awesome. So yeah, thank you, and see you in whatever happens next. Let's do that a horrible time by the way. What's gonna happen here? Oh, Minolta's off. Same thing as what I did. Completely dead. That was impressive though. Look at the vertigo though. Come on, vertigo. Give us a slide. Oh, this. How about the Nolta? The Malta. Not bad. And Moment Truth. Yeah, okay. I knew it. Here it is. Ford GT. The beautiful